How evil is Kid Buu from Dragon Ball? Well, let's find out. That's right, over the last 2 weeks we've gone over the other two forms of Buu, Fat Buu and Super Buu, and this week we're finally rounding it off with Kid Buu. Now, before we get into his evil acts, let's take a look at where Kid Buu comes from. Buu's purest and original form is actually Kid Buu, which is kind of surprising because when he's introduced in the Buu saga, he has the physical appearance of Fat Buu. However, he actually only achieves that form after absorbing the Grand Supreme Kai, which we're told about in this flashback, where Kid Buu literally destroys all of the Kais. He absorbs the South Supreme Kai, which is like the really jacked one, and it turns him into like a little jacked version of Buu. He obviously absorbs Grand Supreme Kai. He fights the West Supreme Kai, who, you know what, honestly puts up a pretty decent fight against Buu. The only surviving Kai out of all of them is Shin, who, you know, like obviously that's why he comes to warn everyone in the Buu saga about Majin Buu, and rightfully so. This motherfucker massacred all of Shin's homies, and I gotta say, even going over his origin, this guy is already pretty damn evil. He was going around destroying, massacring planets before like Dragon Ball even started. You know, like this is a flashback to before like Goku was even fucking conceived. Like, Buu been out here doing this high level shit before any of the Z fighters were anywhere near his level. So yeah, that's pretty insane origin already, but there's a lot more to go through with Kid Buu. I mean, like I said, he kills all of the Kais right off the bat, and this is just a flashback. His introduction, however, he does something that not many villains can claim they've done, and that is make Goku beg him. Goku begs him to stop. Like, even Goku knew they were fucked, so he had to literally plead with Buu, who obviously wasn't going to listen because not only is he evil, but he's also a stupid fuck, just like Fat Buu, so he's obviously not going to listen to Goku's plead.
Why are you doing this? There'll be nothing left at all! Please, Buu!
Now, it's pretty common knowledge that Buu is stupid, but he clearly understands what Goku's asking here, which is why he fucking smiles right before he throws that blast which destroys the Earth, killing like everyone that was still left alive. I mean, there was barely like anyone left. It was just a couple of the Z fighters because Super Buu had already killed literally everyone on Earth, other than, I think it's like Piccolo, Tien, Chaozu, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. And Hercule and Bee get saved by Goku, and they go to the Kai's world. And after this, Buu does something even more ridiculous. He goes to Otherworld, or, you know, which is like basically heaven or whatever, and he runs the fade back with all the characters that he's already killed. I mean, he didn't kill all of them, but Krillin and Yamcha are there, and Krillin and Yamcha got turned into chocolate by Buu. So seeing Buu again was probably pretty traumatizing for them. And yeah, he tries to fucking fight them again because he can't find Goku and Vegeta. Killing someone once is bad enough, but going to kill them again? I mean, Kid Buu is crazy. Although I do want to point out, I love what Pikkon says to him when he rocks up. He just takes the piss out of him, which I find absolutely hilarious because right after that, Buu just goes and like demonstrates he is way too strong to be made fun of. Even Krillin attempts to fight him though, so I gotta give props to Krillin. He manages to slice him in half with the Destructo Disc, which, you know, obviously as North Kai learns, slicing Buu in half isn't gonna do anything. But yeah, he does kind of get absolutely thrown around until Goku and Vegeta decide to power up to bring Buu to them for the final bout, which is such a well animated fight. Oh my days. This final battle in itself also tells us a lot about Buu. I mean, the fact that when they're powering up, Buu decides to start beating his chest and screaming also kind of like, it kind of tells you a little bit about how intelligent he is. But I find it hilarious that Goku starts attacking him and he still just beats his chest and screams. Like, I don't know if that's sort of his way of showing that Goku is like that insignificant, but Goku's literally throwing punches and like kicking him in the head, and he's just, he doesn't stop. It's either something to do with him trying to disrespect Goku or something to do with him being really, really childish. which, I mean, I guess, yeah, he is pretty childish. Like, look at this. Goku's knee is in his face, and he's still beating his chest. But this isn't even the only moment of disrespect that Buu shows. There's also a scene where Goku and Buu are in a cave, and Goku, like, kicks him, and there's, like, a cloud of smoke, and Goku's on the floor, you know, he's worn out by this fight. And you're like, okay, maybe Goku actually did something here, and no. Buus just sat there, legs crossed, whistling in front of Goku, which is so disrespectful. There's also, like, another scene where, I mean, obviously, for the most part, Kid Buu is, like, pretty unable to speak. He just makes noises and screams. The only words he really says, I think it's along the lines of, "Me Buu, kill you," and that's as far as he goes. The fact that those are his only words kind of tells you a lot about, like, how his brain works. I mean, look, you can say, like, with Fat Buu, you could say he was also, like, really childish, and that was kind of the argument I gave for him not being as evil. However, Fat Buu had the Grand Supreme Kai, like, absorbed, so he did have, like, the good traits of the Grand Supreme Kai, which is why he was able to make those good decisions and, like, you know, have at least some sort of a moral like, he wasn't completely evil. He was stupid, and, you know, as a result of him being stupid, did bad things. Kid Buu, however, he's evil as fuck, but just happens to be stupid. Like, he's not evil because he's stupid, he's just evil and stupid. He does some, like he doesn't kill people sadistically like Frieza, but at the same time, he does it for enjoyment. Like, he finds it fun, and I guess you could say Fat Buu kind of did the same thing. That was more, though, because I think he was being controlled, right? He was stupid. He was kind of just, like, he didn't realize that it was wrong. I think Kid Buu knows that it's wrong, but he just finds it so hilarious that he just keeps doing it. And I don't know, there's something about the way that he just laughs in the face of blowing up planets. And he's blown up a lot of damn planets, by the way. There's also a flashback, or there's like a scene with Shin telling or filling everyone in about Buu's origins, and he tells them about how he just went around blowing up planets before he, like, also killed all of the Kais as well. That's a lot of death. Like, Broly blowing up the galaxy and Buu blowing up, I mean, Buu probably blew up enough, like, planets to make up a galaxy, let's be honest. He's about on the same level as Broly in that sense. I think Broly is more, like, sadistic in a way. Like, he knows what he's doing and he's really evil about it. Buu is just evil because it's fun for him. He doesn't have that, like, Grand Supreme Kai in him to sort of blockade the evil that's in him. You know, like, he's just full throttle evil shithead who just happens to be an absolute, like, homunculus. I don't know how to describe Buu, but he's just genuinely really, really stupid. But it's different from Good Buu or Fat Buu, whatever. I guess you could argue it's not wholly different, but I think the Grand Supreme Kai thing is what separates them, and I think that's why I can say pretty comfortably that Kid Buu goes here on the tier list instead of lower down like Fat Buu. I think Kid Buu is roughly the same level as Super Buu, if not higher, because of the amount of planets that he's destroyed. Yeah, sure, he's very unintelligent. Super Buu was more intelligent than him, but I really don't think it's down to, like, the whole enjoying killing. He doesn't enjoy the psychological aspect of it. He just finds it really fun, which I think is pretty damn evil, and I think that puts him in a comfortable spot there. And yeah, that's about it for today's video. Next week could possibly be How Evil is Goku Black. Someone in the comments requested that, so yeah, that one's for you. And yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you got this far, maybe even subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.